Okay then guys, what's going on? Cloud Plays here and welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're inside of Starfield where we have got some news with regards to the biggest patch and fix improvement that we've got due to come very soon. It was meant to be due today, but we've got some delays and we're going to get into it in this video. On top of that, we've also got a load of stuff going up on Reddit, gaining thousands of upvotes that we want to introduce to you guys with some cheeky concepts of a rover inside of the game. Now, with that being said, if you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be greatly appreciated. On top of that, check out our sponsor, Advanced GG, the #1 clinically proven energy supplement on the market. My favorite flavor is cherry vanilla, but you guys can catch an array of flavors via the link in the description. With that being said though, let's dive on into some Starfield news. So starting off, we did have a update that was meant to be coming through today. It was meant to be their biggest Starfield update yet, and they were going to be putting it through into Steam beta with over 100 fixes and improvements. This was planned for later today, but they posted up just yesterday afternoon stating that we've discovered an issue we want to address before releasing our update into the Steam beta. We're aiming to release it later this week, but we'll confirm timings when we know for sure. Thanks for your patience. Yeesh. I mean, I was quite positive on the update originally. We've looked into a lot of other games of recent and the amount of updates and stuff that they're managing to pull throughout the bag, and I think I've kind of managed to dwindle my headspace into the fact that 100 fixes and improvements probably isn't actually that much. It is definitely an improved state and it will be going through to the Steam beta later this week, but unfortunately we do have a delay, which is a little bit interesting as they haven't told us what the issue actually is. So we'll have to wait on for that one to see what it is that's going on. But some things that were meant to be going into the game, or at least try concept art, and this always depresses me greatly when we start looking at a game's concept space and what we should have had versus what we don't actually have in here. So this one was a post up on Reddit by Shoddy Expert 8108 with over 1.3 thousand upvotes saying this is an official concept art. So was just looking through some concept art for this game when I saw this. There's literally a genuinely really cool looking rover with someone standing in front of it. Why would they ever decide to get rid of a rover in a space game? And some of the comments attached to this are quite valid. Now, this is an amazing looking piece of concept art of which you will not find anywhere in the game. But somebody states, first rule of Bethesda games, never look at the concept art. You'll always be disappointed. And I think that that is very, very true. This concept art looks phenomenal. The sky looks absolutely amazing and nothing like we see in game, mainly because we've probably got the graphical engine of a 2012 repeat, but irrelevant to it, this looks really cool and the rover would have been useful and we could have really had some stuff play through with this one. But some stuff that is in the game that we definitely don't want there is via this post right here from highway number 9702. And this has 1.1 thousand upvotes in just 11 hours. Now it states right here, why am I able to smell you through my airtight sealed suit? Hey Todd, get rid of the airborne crap for spacesuits. All of the environmental resistance crap needs to be reworked because it is cartoonishly bad. But the airborne and even the corrosive damage needs to go away. Thermal shouldn't be too much of a problem if you have a modern spacesuit, and very bad radiation is something we're fighting out in real life, isn't it? Easy to protect from very energetic stars without good shielding. Now there are some hilarious comments attached to this one, and I don't really understand the concept of where this game is going with regards to the environmental resistance and all of that good stuff, the thermal radiation and the corrosive damage, and even to the point of how it is that your body type works and what it is that you can actually obtain via this, like pneumonia and all of that sort of stuff. It doesn't make too much sense when you start looking at the statistics inside of like the spacesuit and how it is that it's supposed to work. They really do need to rework this one. Now, one good post about how they could have reworked it though was this one right here from Zen Uru around 8 hours ago with just under 400 upvotes, stating Bethesda should have treated spacesuits like power armor from Fallout 4. Not giant hulking over armors, mind you, but a valuable asset that requires repair and care that can be damaged in a myriad of ways, from carelessness to dangerous environments to rigid combat, etc. There could have been so many cool variants. For example, if you got shot on a cold moon with no atmosphere, there would be a spacesuit mod that nearly instantly seals the bullet hole with some sort of high-tech gel. And for survival players, you would briefly freeze from the cold temperature of outer space before the suit auto repairs. There is so many possibilities that Bethesda just didn't even implement that really make me wonder what the F were they thinking. What a shallow, watered down drag of a game. Now, unfortunately, I feel like this is definitely seeming to be the case. It's kind of odd that they seem to have like such a universally liked system with the power armor in Fallout 4 and didn't build off it at all, especially with like the obvious sci-fi trope of power armor, and notably things like the power lifter, which would have been super cool to have a variant like that. This doesn't really make much sense to me when we start looking at what it is that the game actually foretold inside of Fallout and all of that sort of stuff. The armor, the main weaponry systems, and all of that good stuff was a really good standing point, and Fallout is such a great example of something that they could have done with inside of Starfield, but just seemed to ignore for some sort of reason. Have you ever heard that saying, don't try and fix something that isn't broken? Well, Bethesda had something, a really good mechanic that would have worked really well inside of this game that wasn't broken. We didn't mean that they have to take Fallout and just copy and paste, but they could have definitely utilized it as a standing point for armor suits and stuff like that and rebuilt over top of it. We've had so much stuff go through Fallout and all of them good games that we just could have utilized a little bit of it inside of Starfield. Feels very much like they tried to make such an independent IP with Starfield that they just put everything to the side and went, right, we're going to use the exact same engine, the exact same graphical imagery, the exact same movement, but we're going to make the game completely bloody different. You just selected the wrong parts. We should have had it on a whole new engine, maybe a completely different engine, and made it look a lot better than what it actually does. We could have had the movement inside of the game completely reiterated, and especially with NPCs, the communication with NPCs, where it's got that dull drag to face cam sort of style. We could have got rid of that, and they could have just moved everything forward inside of the way that the game actually works. We could have had so much come through from this game. We could have, and we haven't. And unfortunately, I prefer to play Fallout as of right now than I do with Starfield. Starfield is quite enjoyable for the most part, but it's not really everybody's cup of tea. And especially when they can't even get an update right for a game that's having only 100 fixes and improvements, although it sounds like a lot when you compare it to what a lot of other titles are doing right now. I feel very much like these AAA companies such as Bethesda just seem to be getting lazy with a lot of this stuff. There's so much they could do with it. Why waste your time on stupid bug fixes when you could be reiterating new features? Ugh. It baffles me beyond belief, but unfortunately that's all we've got time for today. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on for all your Starfield and other news here in the gaming community. We're diving into Suicide Squad a little bit later on, so make sure that you stay tuned to the channel for that, because it's going to be an interesting one. If you got this far in the video, then make sure you stick a space rocket in the comment section below, and I will be sure to comment to every single one of you as and when it comes up. Thanks again for watching, guys. Appreciate your faces, but as always, up until the next time, I'll see you in the clouds.